right, man. Ryan Garcia, Terence Crawford, pleading with Al Haymon, and that's what they talk about to do better in the sport of boxing. All right. Also, Conor McGregor weigh in, and we're gonna talk about what he said. So let's get into it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. They actually want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support, everybody supporting the channel. Um, but yeah, let's get into it, man. And it says today, Ryan Garcia, today is a really important day for boxing. HBO Showtime defined our sport for a generation, and now they're out. They're both out. He said all of us boxers need to make this our collective fight. We got to be thinking about marketing, new audience, investors, global, all of it. Boxing is still the greatest sport in the world. We just got to reimagine it. Okay. For one, you know, before you even, get into the complexities of the situation, what he should be saying is we need to be putting the best fights on possible. We need to get rid of the divides, the sides of the streets, the divides in the streets. We need to come together and start working together and build together, make this money, and let's fight each other. Let's do good. Let's do business in good faith. Let's make these fights because if you make good fights, the audience, the investors, the world gonna get behind it. I ain't making no good fights. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fighting each other. And then when y'all do fight each other, y'all turn up, with bullshit performances, like your performance against Gervonta Davis, like Errol Spence' performance against Terence Crawford, like Jamil Charlo performance against Canelo. 3 fights in which they wanted you to spend $90 a piece on those fights. You know what I'm saying? And people spent all that money on their fights and they didn't get their money's worth. It wasn't competitive. Nobody broke a sweat. There was one-sided ass whoopings, and even though 2 of them ended out in a knockout, but people want to see competitive nature. People don't want to see people just take an ass whooping. People want to see competitive fights. And that's one thing y'all ain't give us. Was competitive fights. That's what people want to see, competitive fights. And y'all couldn't even deliver that shit. Dancing around each other, ducking and dodging. Y'all just couldn't get in there and make good fights. That's all people was asking for. That's all people was asking for. They just wanted to see top-notch fights. That's it. Which y'all sat around here ducking and dodging and all this other shit. I ain't want to fight nobody. So before we talk about what they doing globally and what they should or shouldn't be doing, man, y'all should be fighting. Y'all should be fighting. That's all people asking. Y'all should be fighting. Y'all do the top fights. People wouldn't mind coming to watch y'all fight. People wouldn't mind it. But when you bullshitting around fighting Asha Darad and fighting all these fucking bums that they fighting, don't nobody care nothing about that. People know, just like dogs can smell, like when you crack open a bag of chips, then you gotta hear the bag. They can just smell it. People know when it's a good fight. It's a natural instinct. And they know it's a bullshit fight. So you can't bullshit bullshitters. You can't. You can't bullshit bullshitters. And that's what they trying to do. They trying to bullshit bullshitters. You know, they trying to bullshit bullshitters. You know, but let's move on to what Crawford had to say. Hey Dre, I got something to say. He said, I couldn't agree more with Ryan Garcia. The system we have isn't going to fix this. He said, we got to think different. Look at every other sport is building empires by doing it right. Us fighters need to come together. We can fight in the ring, but work together for our sports and our families. And that's it. Y'all got to fight in the ring. Y'all want to marinate. Y'all want to listen to Al Haymon, who don't know shit about boxing. His brother used to fight, and that's it. His brother got pounded out by Sugar Ray Leonard. That's it. Pause. Because we not say that about Al Haymon on live. But straight up and down, you know. And that's just what it is. He said the thing, we need to fight. Ryan Garcia wanted to talk around it. Oh, we need to get more audience. We need to be global. No. Y'all need to be fighting the best opposition. Y'all still moving like prospects, fighting once a year, talking about that's the best for the sport. Oh, CJ, man, they got to do what's they fighting too much. That's too much damage on them, and that's not good for their health. What the fuck do you care about their health? Honestly, what do you care about their health? And that's not true. If you don't fight and then you try to fight every now and again, that cut years off your career more than going out there and fighting. So what do you care? That's the crazy thing about it. Now all these people care about fighters' health and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's crazy. Now everybody care about the fighter, but something happened, won't send $1. That's wild. That's super duper wild. But at the end of the day, Crawford said it best. These dudes need to fight. These dudes need to fight. And if you fight, and y'all fight often, or even if y'all fight at the same pace that y'all fighting at, right? And they great fights, people gonna be happy to see that. People feel like they got their money's worth, but the thing about fighting every now and again, this is the problem. Once you fight in January, you don't come back to next January, people then forgot about you. So you need to stay in the public eye. So that's why one of the reasons why activity, that's one of the reasons why activity is so important. That's one of the reasons why activity is so important. But that's the ticket. Fighting the best, having some good activity, staying in the public eye. Then the marketing part side of it is gonna come, but these dudes don't know how to market. I've been saying that before. These guys don't know how to market. These old guys who used to run in radio ads to market fights, man, them days is over with, bro. And then it don't help that none of these fighters got any personality. None of these fighters got any personality, dude. They stale. We grew up on a generation of wrestling, so you'll think some of these dudes have some type of personality, but they don't. They don't know how to call people out. They don't know how to articulate. They don't know how to talk shit. They don't know how to do a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes are more exciting in the ring than the guys from the past. Real talk. A lot of these dudes are more exciting than some of these dudes from the past, bro. In the ring. But the problem is they don't know how to get the sheep to the water. You know? They don't know how to get the sheep to the water. So I mean, it's unfortunate. You know, everybody want to be respectful and everybody want to be nice and all that bullshit, man. People want to hear you talk shit. It's entertainment. We know it ain't a lot of it just entertainment. It's just value. We know it ain't, it ain't personal. I mean, sometimes it get personal, like what Adrian Broner said about Kenny and Sean Porter. And I understand what Kenny Porter getting mad at him. You know what I'm saying? he went overboard. And for Adrian Broner, I was just talking shit to sell the fight. With Kenny Porter took it serious and said, "No, I don't want to shake your hand, cuz." And I understood that, because every joke got a little truth to it. That's what they say. So go Conor McGregor on it. Hold on, let me put this back up. He said, Showtime HBO boxing is dead, but the UFC is here and thriving. If your fighters in denial ever build up the courage to step inside the cage and fight, the time is now. Full circle. So the thing is this: don't forget Fox got rid of UFC and then picked up boxing. So the UFC ain't as lucrative as they making it seem either. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was, they just kick ESPN off, Top Rank off and get a whole budget to the UFC. So they pretty much following the same model, but the model they doing is the best fighting the best on a more consistent basis. So yeah, the best fighting the best on a more consistent basis. So but yeah, he feel a certain type of way about it. Of course they gonna pop that shit. At one point when McGregor, fought Mayweather, John Jones fell off, Ronda Rousey got knocked off. UFC was on the brink of extinction. You know what I'm saying? And they picked themselves up and you know, they reinvented themselves. But at the end of the day, boxing still paying better than stepping in that octagon. You know what I'm saying? So until they get their money together and stop getting, F with no Vaseline, then I don't know that's gonna happen. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. You want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Peace.